So Jeffrey called Jennifer 7 times from treatment, starting at 7:30 to accuse Jennifer of having an affair. She finally got to bed at 4 a.m. And did you want to say something before I show you this?
May I set this up, please? Just briefly, it's not an excuse. It is my side of the story going in. I was dealing with her having camera crews in the house. And the last time you had your camera crews there wasn't a pleasant experience. And the camera crew said, we would like to sweep the house.
Is there some relevance to you accusing her of having an affair?
That has nothing to do with it. Excuse me.
It doesn't seem to.
Mrs. Johnson didn't let you finish your sentences from your book. And I would like to finish mine. Thank you, sir.
No. I tell you what we're going to do.
Okay.
Would you like to see your
please.
wife's reactions?
Go for it.
Okay, let's take a look.
He's never going to believe that it's innocent. He basically said that, you know, just like this is just another reason for him to do the stuff that he does. I told him he could call. I said, call away. There's nothing going on here. He goes, well, it's great you got me locked up and now you can just run rampant and do whatever you want. I wonder if this is him calling. I can't have a good time knowing what a mess my life is. It's one of my biggest things is that I don't know what he'll do. That was George, Jeffrey's therapist. They said that they're gonna heavily sedate him so that he can't leave tonight and so I can feel safe enough to go to sleep. But they also said that they're gonna let him call and so I can keep him calm until the medicine kicks in because they said that if he gets worked up before the medicine kicks in, that it won't work. It's probably Jeffrey. Hello? Well, you know what? I'm starting to wonder if there's a chance that you can even get better, Jeffrey. One minute you're checking my email, the next minute you're like, I really want to stop and not do these things anymore. And then the next second it's, oh, I checked the messages. And then the next second it's, you know, I'm leaving. Trust me, Jeffrey, I do want you to get better. Our kids want you to get better because this is some we're living in. It's scary to me to think of what you'll do next if you don't get better. Would you do something bad?
My point in showing you that is I want you to realize you're not helping yourself.
I know.
When you do that.
I know. I wanted to project a stronger person to Jennifer, and I had called and I got upset about what your camera crew was doing because the time before, when they were looking for cameras that I may have left in the house, they went through her underwear drawer to sweep the house, and I'm the bad one. So,
okay, now, wait a minute.
No,
hold on. By the way, that wasn't the camera crew. That was a team of private investigators that came in and swept the house for bugs. So that wasn't our camera crew and your wife's
Okay, well, that's what I was told.
Drawer.
That is what I was told.
Well, I understand, but I'm telling you now
that's fine.
That wasn't the case.
Okay, well, that's what I was told. So that I got angry that the camera crew was invading our privacy again.
So you started accusing her of having an affair?
I did not. I even never accused her of having an affair. Actually, what I accused her of was talking to somebody else and not telling me. What I did, I called and I left this blibbering message. Laugh if you want, honey. I left a blibbering message that I was apologizing to her for being angry earlier in the day. And then I thought, no, she would want somebody to be strong, that I should leave a nice message and apologize. So I called back the message and I erased my message. There was one other message, I pushed play, and it's another guy saying, hey, Jen, you've been running through my mind all day. You must be in the tub. I'll talk to you or see you later. Click. I don't flip out right away. I call her up and I said, Jen, when me and you have issues, you always say that I fly off the handle. Today, I don't want to fly off the handle. I'd like to ask you about this. And that's when she said, well, you're just crazy. And I said, check the messages. She checked it and said, there was no message there. And then she changed the access code so I couldn't even check the messages anyway, which is fine. But still, you know, if you're not doing anything wrong, then there's nothing to hide. So.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.